Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everybody. Today we'll study the first lesson, add, subtract and multiplying decimals. First, how can we add or subtract decimals? For example, find each sum or difference. Sum means add, difference means subtract. 5.9 plus 2.7. First, align the two numbers above each other. So we have to write 5.9 plus 2.7. We have just one decimal place, so we can add directly. Just add as we studied before, then bring down the decimal point. 9 plus 7 equals 16. Write 6 and carry 1 over 5. It will be 6. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So bring down the decimal point, don't forget. So we get 8.6. 8.6, it's called the sum. Next, 4.01 minus 2.95. Align the two numbers above each other. 4.01 plus or minus 2.95. Two decimal places, so we can subtract directly. 1 minus 5, it doesn't work, so you have to regroup. Cut 4 and write 3, cut 0 and write 9, cut 1 and write 11. Now it's ready to subtract. 11 minus 5 is equal to 6. 9 minus 9 equals 0. Bring it down the decimal point. 3 minus 2 equals 1. So we get 1.06. 1.06, it's called the difference. Next example, 6.8 minus 1.45. Pay attention, 6.8 is one decimal place number. 1.45 is two decimal places. So before adding or subtracting, you have to equate the decimal places. Just insert 0 in 100th place. So we have two decimal places. Now we can subtract it directly. 0 minus 5, it doesn't work. So you have to regroup, cut 8 and write 7, cut 0 and write 10. Now we can subtract. 10 minus 5 is equal to what? Yes, is equal to 5. 7 minus 4 equals 3. Bring down the decimal point, and 6 minus 1 equals 5. So we get 5.35. Next example, the same. 9.62 minus 0.3. Two decimal places, one decimal place. So before subtracting, you have to equate the decimal places. Don't forget this point, it's very important. Now we can subtract directly. 2 minus 0 equals 2. 6 minus 3 equals 3. Bring down the decimal point and bring down 9. So we get 9.32. Next example, 2.57 plus 7.706. Align the two numbers above each other, equate the decimal places. Now we can add. 0 plus 6 equals 6, 7 plus 0 equals 7, 5 plus 7 equals 12. Bring down the decimal point, and 1 over 2, it will be 3. 3 plus 7 equals 10. So we get 10.276. Next, 15 minus 6.108. 15 is a whole number, so you have to write it as a decimal. We can write it as 15 point Mr. 3 zeros. Equate the decimal places. Now we can subtract. By regrouping, cut 5 and write 4. Cut Mr. the 3 zeros. You can write 9, 9, 10. We started. 10 minus 8 equals 2. 9 minus 0 equals 9. 9 minus 1 equals 8. Bring down the decimal point. Now we get 14 minus 6 equals 8. So the difference will be 8.892. Next, how can we multiply decimals? In all these examples, we have the product, but without decimal point. How can we insert the decimal point according to the decimal factors we studied? To multiply 4 by 0.94, just multiply 4 by 94. Means you have to ignore the decimal point. Then insert the decimal point in the product according to the decimal factors. The first factor, no decimal point. It's a whole number. So 0 decimal point or 0 decimal place. The second factor, we have two decimal places. Now you can insert the decimal point after 2 digits from the right to get two decimal place number. Now we have 0 decimal place, 2 decimal places. So insert the decimal point in the product after 2 digits from the right. So we get 3.76. It's the product. 5 times 0.487 equals this number, but without point. By the same way, how many decimal places? We have 3 decimal places. Inserted the decimal point after 3 digits from the right, so we get 2.435. The two factors are decimals. How many decimal places? We have 2 decimal places now. Just count the decimal places. 1 plus 1, so equals 2 decimal places. Insert the decimal point after 2 digits from the right, so we get 23.12. 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places, so we have 3 decimal places. Inserted the decimal point after 3 digits from the right, so we get Mr. 0.312. 0.9 times 0.22. 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places, so we get 3 decimal places. Inserted the decimal point after 3 digits from the right, so we get 0.19. It's the product. A whole number times a decimal. 1 decimal place, inserted the decimal point after one digit from the right, so we get 10.8. Now let's apply what we studied in the previous. How can we multiply decimals? First example, 5.3 times 2.7. Just ignore the decimal point and multiply as we studied before. Then you can insert the decimal point according to the decimal factors. First, multiply 7 by 53. You can ignore the decimal point. 7 times 3, 7 times 5. Multiply once. 7 times 3, 21. Write 1 and keep 2. 7 times 5 equals 35. 35 plus 2 equals 37. Write 0 in one's place and multiply tens. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 5 equals 10. Now we can add the two partial products. Add the two partial products. 1 plus 0 equals 1. 7 plus 6 equals 13. Write 3 and carry 1 over 3. It will be 4. And bring down 1. Don't forget to insert the decimal point in the product. How many decimal places we have in the factors? We have 2 decimal places, so inserted the decimal point after 2 digits from the right. We said. Now the product is 14.31. 5.3 times 2.7 is equal to 14.31. The next is easier. Why? Because we will multiply by 1 digit number. Just multiply 409 by 8. Ignore the decimal point. 8 times 9, 72. Write all 72 because the next digit is 0. Pay attention. So 4 times 8 equals 32. Insert the decimal point after 2 digits from the right. Now we get 8 times 4.09 equals 32.72. Thanks for watching. See you soon, guys.